The history of Mitsubishi begins in 1870, when Yataro Iwasaki, a former samurai and employee of the Tosa clan, founded a shipping company called Tsukumo Shokai. It operated with just 3 ships leased from the Tosa clan itself. At the time, Japan was emerging from centuries of isolation under the Tokugawa regime and entering a period of modernization known as the Meiji Era, starting in 1868. The Japanese government needed to modernize its infrastructure, and maritime transport was crucial for this. In 1873, Yataro renamed the company to Mitsubishi Shokai. The name combines 2 Japanese words, Mitsu meaning 3, and Bishi meaning diamond or water chestnut. Together, they mean 3 diamonds, also representing the company's now famous logo. During this decade, Mitsubishi grew rapidly. The Meiji government, seeking to strengthen domestic transportation against foreign competition, favored Mitsubishi with exclusive contracts and subsidies. Mitsubishi became Japan's largest shipping company, especially after assisting the government during the Taiwan expedition in 1874 by transporting Japanese troops, earning prestige and further state support. In 1885, at the government's request, Mitsubishi merged its shipping operations with a competitor, Kyodo Unyu Kaisha, forming Nippon Yusen Kaisha, or NYK Line, which would become one of Asia's largest maritime companies, still in operation today. After mastering the seas, Mitsubishi began investing in other strategic sectors. In mining, they acquired coal and copper mines, essential for powering their steamships. In shipbuilding, they founded shipyards that would later become Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. And in finance, they entered banking and insurance, laying the foundation for what would become Mitsubishi Bank. These acquisitions were crucial to vertically integrating its business, controlling the entire supply chain from fuel to transportation. Yataro Iwasaki and his successors were also pioneers in introducing modern management practices to Japan, inspired by Western models. They created internal education programs, hired foreign engineers, and modernized the company's organizational structure. Yataro died in 1885, and his brother Yanosuke Iwasaki took over, maintaining the pace of expansion. He consolidated industrial assets and founded Mitsubishi Bank in 1880, which would grow into one of Japan's largest financial institutions. By 1900, Mitsubishi had transformed from a small regional shipping operator into a multifaceted Japanese industrial conglomerate with a strong presence in mining, shipping, shipbuilding, finance, and trade. It represented the ideal of Japan's new business elite, modern, nationalist, and ambitious, ready to lead Japan into the 20th century as an industrial power. The year 1901 marks a turning point in Mitsubishi's trajectory. That year, the company completed construction of the Nagasaki Shipyard and Machinery Works, operated by its shipbuilding division. These were the first shipyards in Japan to use modern Western equipment and methods, with machinery imported from the UK and Germany. This was a strategic move. Japan was modernizing its navy and needed more advanced warships. Mitsubishi capitalized on this demand, becoming a key supplier to the Imperial Japanese Navy. During the Russo-Japanese War, Mitsubishi played a critical role. Its shipyards built military vessels, repaired damaged ships, and produced naval weapons. Japan's victory elevated it as a military power and further strengthened ties between Mitsubishi and the state. In addition to financial gains, Mitsubishi earned national prestige. Its engineers became symbols of modern industrial Japan. Between 1905 and 1915, Mitsubishi reinvested its profits into industrial diversification. They increased coal mining in Takashima and Goto, as well as copper mining in Yoshioka. Mitsubishi also founded factories for cement, glass, paper, and chemicals. They established metallurgical industries and foundries for mechanical parts, locomotives, turbines, and ship components. Furthermore, Mitsubishi created internal research labs focused on mechanical technologies. Mitsubishi Bank expanded significantly, financing not only its own operations, but also offering credit to other Japanese firms. The bank opened branches in London, New York, Shanghai, and Bombay, facilitating the import of technology and the export of industrial goods. Inspired by Western business models, Mitsubishi underwent a significant organizational restructuring. They created specialized departments for engineering, finance, logistics, and production. Corporate budgeting, internal audits, and quality control were introduced. Mitsubishi also sent engineers abroad to study in Europe and the United States. They even founded technical schools like the Mitsubishi Engineering School to train new talent. These practices made Mitsubishi one of the most modern companies in Asia. In 1917, Mitsubishi Shipbuilding Company, Limited, was founded as a modern, publicly traded corporation focused on shipbuilding and heavy engineering, the predecessor of Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. With Japan expanding into Asia, especially Korea, which was annexed in 1910, and Manchuria, Mitsubishi expanded internationally, establishing trade networks, buying mines, opening ports and distribution centers. Mitsubishi Corporation, the group's trading arm, was founded to manage imports and exports, handling raw cotton from India and Egypt, coal, and iron ore from Asia and Australia, rice and silk from China and Japan, and industrial equipment from Europe. During World War I, Japan aligned with the Allies and took advantage of Europe's industrial slowdown. Mitsubishi profited immensely from supplying ships, steel, coal, and arms. Profits were reinvested in factory expansions, land and mine acquisitions, and logistics infrastructure such as ports, warehouses, and railroads. In 1916, Yanosuke Iwasaki died, and his son Koyata Iwasaki, educated in Cambridge, United Kingdom, assumed leadership in 1919. Koyata was a visionary and believed Japan should dominate cutting-edge technology through science-based industry. Under him, Mitsubishi invested heavily in technological research, scientific education, and the development of complex products like locomotives, turbines, and industrial motors. By 1925, Mitsubishi was a network of autonomous yet integrated companies: Mitsubishi Bank for Finance, Mitsubishi Corporation for International Trade, Mitsubishi Mining, Mitsubishi Shipbuilding, and Mitsubishi Electric, which was founded in 1921 for electrification. Employing tens of thousands across its mines, shipyards, banks, factories, and offices, Mitsubishi became a cornerstone of Japan's industrialization, alongside other Zaibatsu like Sumitomo and Mitsui. During Japan's imperialist period in World War II, Mitsubishi became one of the largest suppliers to the military government. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, or MHI, produced warships, submarines, tanks, and notably, the Mitsubishi A6M0 fighter plane used in attacks like Pearl Harbor. The company grew with state support, but also became associated with wartime atrocities, including forced labor in mines and factories. After Japan's defeat in World War II, the country was occupied by the Allied forces led by the United States. One of the occupation's main policies was the dismantling of the Zaibatsu, the industrial conglomerates that supported Japan's war effort, including Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi was accused of deep military collaboration, especially via MHI. Key executives were arrested or investigated, and the company was split into over 40 independent companies between 1946 and 1947. The Mitsubishi name was avoided due to fear of retaliation. However, with the end of the U.S. occupation and the start of the Cold War, American policy shifted, now supporting Japan's reconstruction as a strategic ally. This allowed the former Zaibatsu to regroup as Keiretsu, independent firms linked by cross-shareholdings, shared banks, and advisory councils. Mitsubishi re-emerged in this new structure. Key milestones: 1950, MHI was split into three companies: West Japan, East Japan, and Central Japan. 1953, the Mitsubishi name was restored. Mitsubishi Corporation was re-established to lead global operations. Mitsubishi Bank regained prominence. New areas like electronics with Mitsubishi Electric and chemicals with Mitsubishi Chemical began to grow. In the 1960s, during Japan's economic miracle, Mitsubishi consolidated companies in shipbuilding, heavy machinery, electronics, mining, and petrochemicals. They expanded internationally with offices in Europe, the US, Latin America, and Southeast Asia. In 1970, Mitsubishi Motors Corporation was officially founded as an independent automotive division. Though it existed informally within Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, it now gained autonomy. With Japan's rising economic power and globalization, Mitsubishi companies became multinational giants. Key highlights include launching cars like Lancer, Galant, Pajero, and Eclipse, popular in the US and Europe. Mitsubishi Electric grew as a leader in air conditioning, factory automation, and satellites. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries built bullet trains, aircraft, nuclear reactors, and turbines. Mitsubishi Corporation became a global trading giant, dealing in oil, food, and commodities. Mitsubishi Bank merged and grew into a financing powerhouse. A symbolic moment. In 1989, Mitsubishi purchased the Rockefeller Center in New York, a bold display of Japanese economic power that alarmed many Americans. However, after Japan's asset bubble burst in the early 1990s, the country entered a long economic slump. Mitsubishi was not spared. Mitsubishi Motors struggled financially, with falling sales and a cover-up scandal in 2000. Group companies faced major losses and were pressured to restructure. Mitsubishi Bank merged with Bank of Tokyo and later with UFJ Bank, forming MUFG, Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group, now one of the largest banks in the world. Despite difficulties, the group adapted through cost cuts, division mergers, and a focus on tech innovation. Over the next 2 decades, Mitsubishi expanded into renewable energy, urban infrastructure, robotics, smart transportation, and aerospace. MHI led projects in nuclear reactors, regional jets, and defense systems. Mitsubishi Electric became a leader in energy systems, industrial automation, semiconductors, and space tech. Mitsubishi Corporation invested heavily in food tech, global logistics, and clean energy startups. In 2016, Nissan acquired 34% of Mitsubishi Motors after a fuel efficiency data scandal. Mitsubishi Motors became part of the Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi alliance. In recent years, the Mitsubishi Group is focused on decarbonization and energy transition, including hydrogen, solar, and carbon capture industrial digitalization, such as Industry 4.0 and AI sustainable mobility, including hybrid vehicles and smart cities and space and national defense, with contracts from JAXA and the Japanese government. Today, the Mitsubishi Group is a Keiretsu of around 40 companies, working in coordination through CEO meetings, shared banks, and business partnerships. Although legally independent, they maintain the legacy and symbol of the 3 diamonds, the iconic Mitsubishi, meaning 3 diamonds. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell.